These tiles are about 5 by 5. I'm not sure what size they are. They're 92 cents a piece at my home center. They're 6 by 6 is what the sign says. Using a stays-on ink or something, stamp your image on here and then spray it with a lacquer or something. Put some felt dots on the back, and you can make a trivet for someone to put a hot pot on the counter. Here's another kind of tile that's 6 by 6, and it's 92 cents a piece as well. Here's a big 12 by 12 piece of tile. You could put a stencil on there and use acrylic paint and then spray a varnish over the top of it and put the felt feet on the bottom. For a larger one and for a counter, and these are $1.19 a piece. You want a beautiful piece of granite to give as a trivet for a kitchen with the felt feet on the bottom. These are $1.98 a piece, 12 by 12. And there's a gray one, and then this one has different colors in it. All right, I have 2 sheets left from this DCWV Mariposa collection. And, oh, I have 3. I didn't know I had that one. This would make a pretty one. This is thick cardstock. But you know, I like this one better because of the glitter. So, all right, what I'm going to do, I want to get these glittered and embossed things. I want to get them. So this inside is going to be scraps. But I'm going to take one of the tiles and I'm going to go into the 4 corners. So I'm going to use a pencil. Get that lined up in the corner and along the side. And I'm just going to draw a pencil line. And I'm going to do that in all 4 corners. Alright. So now with my scissors, I'm going to cut right on the line that I made. And if I cut a little too far on the outside, that's all right. I can use a file thing. Okay, so that will be one coaster. And there's the 4th one. And this is scraps that I can cut up to use on card fronts. Now I need to get some specialty paper, which is not too special. This is freezer paper, and it's shiny on one side. It's coated with some kind of a wax or some kind of a plastic coating on one side, and then it's plain on the other. And I get this at my grocery store. All right, let me get stuff moved out of the way here. All right, now I want the shiny side up when I do this. Okay. Now again, with a little alcohol, I'm going to clean the top of these so that there's not, I don't know who's handled these, or there's probably still some manufacturing stuff on the top. I'm just going to give it a wipe. Fingerprints, dirt, dust, whatever stuff they have going on where they create these, and let it dry, which won't take very long, and that will give me some time. Let's see, I think I have to shake this. This says you can, this Mod Podge that's dishwasher safe, you can use it on all surfaces, indoor, outdoor. Top rack dishwasher safe. It's non-toxic, dries hard, and no tack. Oh, roll bottle on the table to mix. Apply with a soft bristled brush. So I'll roll it on the table. For glass, ceramic, or metal, clean surface with rubbing alcohol. Apply finish to surface and back of design element. While wet, place design onto surface. Dry 1 to 2 hours, and add 2 to 3 coats, allowing 1 to 2 hours to dry in between. So this is something that, you know, you can do in an assembly line thing. Lay your tiles out, wipe them down with alcohol, get your pieces ready, photos, scrap papers. If you like that vintage stuff, get your, lay your pieces on and figure out what you want. Take a picture of it. When you get it laid on there just right, take a photo of it. And then you'll have that photo as reference for later when you start laying your pieces down. Oh, I forgot where I put that. Well, look at your photo and you'll see where you put it. Any soft bristle brushes. Mine are all kind of coarse, but I have sponges that I use. Okay. I know this is supposed to be rolled on the table, but okay. So now we'll get down to business. And get some on the brush, on my sponge. And I'm just gonna, first I'm just gonna pounce it on there to kind of get it. And then I'll smooth it out. I want to make sure I have good coverage all over. Okay, now my piece of paper. It says to get it on both sides, so I'm going to put it on the paper. And that's why I like using this freezer paper, because I can get this glue on the paper and everything's not going to stick. Okay, now I'll put this on, except I'm going to get my arm in that glue that I just put down. Putting the glue on the tile surface first and then putting it on the back of the paper, this allows fudge room. where, especially if you have something that you want put in a particular place, then you have work time before it thoroughly sticks and you can't move it anymore. Now, another thing that I would recommend, and this is what I'm going to do, a brayer or a bottle of some kind. If you don't have a brayer, use the bottle, the jar, something round and that is flat, that will come in total contact with your entire surface. This will get the bubbles out. So I'm going to use my brayer. And I'm putting good pressure, I'm putting hard pressure on there. All right, this one is ready to set aside for a couple of hours to dry. And if you get glue on the top, don't worry about it. It will dry clear and you're going to put glue on the top anyway. So that isn't going to hurt anything. Just make sure you get this down on all the edges so that there isn't an edge lifting up. You need to make sure that you get it on the edges. You can always add more glue in there later on if you need to. Okay, it is time to just let these set. So here are the 4 of them. Here are all 4 of them, and they are going to dry. When they're dry, when I leave them, come back and check on them in a couple hours. Then I'm going to put another coat of this on top all over. Well, no, first I'm going to go and trim the paper around the edges, get that all trimmed off. And then I'll put the coat of 2 top coats on. Okay, it's been about an hour that these tiles have been setting. And now I need to cut off this excess paper here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I've got some extra paper on the sides that I've got to trim it off. Okay, you see the extra paper here, right there? I'm going to use my craft tool, craft knife, on a self-healing mat, and I'm going to cut just as close to the tile as I can. And get a clean cut. There's very little on this one. This side has a little. And this one. All right, so I've got these edges all cleaned. And now I'm going to use an emery board, and I'm just going to go right along the edges to clean off any paper fuzz that I may have created. Alright, that's no longer bumpy, that's nice and smooth. Alright, this one's ready. And I'm going to go on to the next one. Okay, I got all 4 of them cleaned and cut close to the tile, all the excess off. Now I gotta shake this again. Alright. Get down in there. Okay, so I am going to do the sides first. This porcelain tile by itself is not oops, I guess I better do this so you can see. This porcelain tile by itself is not dishwasher safe. So I am putting this Mod Podge stuff on and sealing the porous surface. One last side. All right, now I'm going to put a coat on the top. And I'm going to set this aside to dry for an hour or two, and then I'll come back when it's dry and I'll do the same thing. I'll go over the sides and over the top. Alright, these have two, I don't know if you can see this, my brush strokes show there. But that kind of adds a little bit of texture to the top of this. It is smooth, it's not bumpy like it would be, you know, because of the brush strokes, but it is nice and smooth, and it's all shiny. And I made sure to put the glue on the sides here, so this is waterproof. I haven't done anything to the bottom. I don't know if I will or not. I'm hoping that these won't get placed in a dishwasher, because I'm going to be putting felt pads on. And these things don't like getting wet. Okay. Now these already have a sticky back, but generally speaking, these are not as sticky as they need to be for my preferences. So I'm going to pop 4 of these apart. This stuff, I've had this tube of E6000 for, oh mercy, over 5 years. It's not something I use every day. It's something that it's a specialty item. And my husband was needing it for some of his stuff, so I had to go buy some more. All right, now what you do is just get these ready. And I'm going to peel the backing off. And another reason why I want the E6000 is because this surface is bumpy. And these pads are meant to go on something that's flat. This is a porous surface and it's all bumpy, and these feet won't stay on for very long if I don't give it some extra bonding. Now you don't want to put you don't want to surround it all the way around, because this stuff squeezes out. So I've got one good glob, and I'm going to just press that down. And in a moment, I'm going to show you how this stuff has seeped out. Oops. That one's a little big. Good. That one's stuck to me. Okay, see, the glue has squoze out from underneath and over here on this side and there and some out there, but that's okay. Now this stuff needs to dry for a few hours. 24 hours and it will be fully cured. Okay, I've got all the feet on and I've pressed them down. I want this to have good contact with the underside of the tile. So I'm going to put some, I always keep wax paper and I use it quite a bit when I'm putting stuff under pressure. So I'm going to put something heavy over the top of them. Now I'm going to leave them set. I'm going to leave this set for a couple hours before I try and do anything with them now. Alright, here is the set of 4 coasters with the felt feet. I have some areas where the E6000 squoze out and it doesn't look very appealing. I think I'll try with my craft knife to try and cut that away. See if I can remedy that. Without cutting my thumb off or breaking the tile. Okay, well, that came off. It left a little mark where it had been. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on making coasters from porcelain tiles you find at your hardware store. This would be a good gift for any time, a birthday, anniversary, a thank you, whatever. This is very inexpensive, and the expense that you have in getting these additional adhesives, you can use that stuff on all kinds of other things. So that's kind of like a supply item. But for 17 cents a piece, 68 cents altogether for these tiles, and about $3 for the felt pads. So for $4.68, almost $5, you will have a fabulous gift for someone that wants to protect their furniture. A very thoughtful gift from you that they would certainly appreciate and love. And you can use your scrapbook papers. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And hey, if you have any questions about this process, leave a comment below. So this is Leslie from Message in a Fold saying, now you go show someone how special they are. Bye.